The massively long drive of 39 kilometres to Wallaroo.
Buy a property with an ocean view.
The ultimate ocean.
Ultimate ocean view. We have just found it. So
turn that radio off.
Camps, there is a cave here. All right, we made it to the Point Lighthouse. It's your little cute one.
A fixer-upper. Next project. Or is it one of those projects you're going to be a project that you never quite get to?
See, it is fire.
Oh yeah, she's going, okay. And it is towards Marion Bay.
So I've just zoomed in with the phone just to show the fire that's literally just, I don't even know how far away from us it is, but it's... For the start of this episode, we moved from Port Hughes to Wallaroo. Yes, a whole 35 kilometres.
Hey everyone, today we've moved up from Port Hughes, the massively long drive of 39 kilometres to Wallaroo. We're staying out at the North Shore Caravan Park. And currently we're sitting on the entrance to the North Shore Beach, which is right at the back of our caravan park. You literally walk through the caravan park. There's a nice little cafe, which we had some beautiful breakfast at this morning. And
just show. Caravan park's there.
We're gonna and yeah, you can drive straight out to the beach. And you can go along I suppose a fairway. You can't go the whole distance, but you can go a fairway along the North Shore Beach. The tide's probably in between low and high at the moment, so it's a fair way out. We have seen cars out here, just ordinary sedans. That's how hard the beach is. You don't need a four-wheel drive to get out here. And we've seen Commodores and Mazdas and you name it has been out here. But for the last 2 days we've been hibernating because it's been in excess of 40, 41, 42 plus degrees for the last 2 days, and it's just been absolutely like being baked. The old air conditioner's been working overtime and a half in the caravan.
That's for sure.
Thank God for air conditioning. Today it was 41 earlier on today. It's a change coming through. Unfortunately we're going to thunderstorms and rain tonight and then tomorrow, so we thought we'd better get out and do a little bit of filming while we can.
Yes. I might stand out in the rain after that heat. It'll be like in the rain. Yeah.
Wallaroo here is the jump off point for the Sea Road ferry again across to Yorke Bay on the Yorke Peninsula, where we filmed in a previous episode. This is the opposite end of it, so we'll go for a quick drive by here. It doesn't look like the ferry's in at the moment, but again it's predominantly a huge wheat area. A lot of history here as well, but yeah, so
again it's still part of the Copper Coast that we started off in the last episode, so
part of that triangle,
part of that triangle, so we're still there, and so we'll go for a drive on the beach and
head into town, show town, and then we're going to do some shopping.
Out of food.
Okay, all right, see you shortly.
ever wanted to buy a property with an ocean view,
The ultimate ocean
view, we have just found it. So keep in mind, it is currently 4 o'clock in the afternoon. High tide's not till about 20 past 8 tonight. Have a look at this house. Yeah.
The beach is their driveway. You've got to come along the beach to get to the house.
We've driven on their driveway. That's different. I don't know that I'd like to be there in a storm with the waves. Yeah, we'll try and get a little bit closer, but yeah, because we actually were talking to someone in the caravan park, and they told us they saw this. They thought was a house in the middle, like 100 metres out, where the water would come up to them. Here is a bit closer. Oh dear. Imagine having that.
If you look where we are.
So that's it. Sorry about the windscreen. It needs a good old clean.
This is their driveway.
Yeah. So yeah, house with an ocean view, well, ocean front and backyard.
I wonder what happens on a king tide. Sandbags.
you make sure that you've bought all your shopping before that happens. You're not going anywhere.
Make sure your car's parked high enough too.
I know. Oh my god. Yeah, things you find. So anyway, we'll go and find some more things around Wallaroo. Alright, so we've come back down to North Beach this evening to get a look at the lovely sunset, and we might go and have a look at the silo art show that happens every night here. Currently we've read that the theme is the South Australian Masters Games, which apparently happened last year, so they have different themes for different seasons, so we might have a look at that. But yeah, we'll just have a look at the sun setting. I might even see if I can put this on a time lapse and so we can see the sunset. Alright, take two. Remember when you have the mic plugged in to have the mics on. My lord. Alright, so we have finished with taking the photos of the sunsets now, and we've come over to prime position here where the silo art is. I will have to zoom in for you to be able to see it. It tells you that to tune in to 88.3 FM through your radio in the car, so you can get commentary while you're watching it. I'll just give you a quick, you won't be able to see much, but a quick glimpse of what we're looking at. Just up there.
We'll pull out the other cameras and we'll put the zoom on.
Yeah, we'll put the zoom on so you'll be able to see actually what's happening, but I won't play the audio for you because it could be copyrighted, I'm not sure. But we won't play the entire thing, but we'll play bits of it for you to see what the
today's feature is. It's on the Masters Games, which are the World Masters Games, which are coming to this region very, very shortly, and it's on that. It's actually the feature story is on the salsa art of the Masters game, so it's it'll just be a short video projected onto the end of the silos, but so they have all sorts of themes. So
yeah, you can Google it and you see what theme it is now, and it also tells you what time, depending on the time of year that you're here, to be here for the show. So tonight's 9 minutes to go. Tonight's it's going to start at 8:45.
Yep.
So, all right. So we'll show you the bits of the show when it comes on.
After a short stay in Wallaroo, we moved to the southern end of the Yorke Peninsula to Marion Bay.
Now moved on to Marion Bay, and we've just gone for a quick little drive today, see what's around, and we've come just not far from our caravan park is this little walk, very easy walk. It's called Penguin Point and Marion Bay kind of lookout, so easy walk to here, and this is the view that we get. Now Chris was just doing some drone footage of the area while I did this quick little walk, so we'll be able to pop that footage up as well. So yes, apparently next to us is the national park. Off the top of my head I can't remember the name of it because it's really long, but apparently there's a heap of shipwrecks around that coast, so we will do that national park probably maybe tomorrow. We'll get up nice bright and early because by the looks the national park is quite large and it will take us a full day probably to explore it, so we'll do that. And yeah, so we thought today we'll just do a bit of explore sort of around Marion Bay and see if there's any nice little drives we can do. So yeah, we'll see what else we'll find. We'll be back shortly. Okay, change of plans. We decided that we're doing the national park today. We're starting it today anyway, so we've got a multi-day or a 2-month South Australian Parks Pass, so we'll be able to go back if we so need to, and other national parks if we come across any others in the next 2 months. So we've started it, and it's actually called I had to take look at the notes here. It's the guuranda-innes National Park. Sorry if I butchered that name. I'm not good with those sort of names, but the first place we're coming to, what was it called, Chris?
Stonehouse Bay.
Stonehouse Bay. So there we go. Not great looking through the car. Hang on, no.
Find a spot.
Yeah, we'll find a spot and pull over and have a look around and show you a better view then. Okay, so I found a place to pull over. There's actually I don't know if you're able to see, a camp area over there that you can actually camp. There's a few caravans over there. There's Stonehouse Bay just here. Very pretty. So I don't know what those structures used to be just there. Obviously an old building of maybe I don't know what that would have been. Anyway, something. I don't want to get too close to the edge. Beautiful. Now this is the drives we love, exploring national parks and areas like this, isn't it? All right, we shall move on and see what else we've got to find. So today the sun has finally come out. We've gone for a drive around the area. It's 17 kilometres from Marion Bay. We are at Formby Bay, just a little bit of a picturesque view here, and apparently a surfer's view. Okay, we've moved a bit further along. Thank goodness for the wireless mics, because it is blowing a gale at the moment and you wouldn't be able to hear a thing I was saying. But we've reached to a place called Point Lookout, and it has a magnificent beach here. And if we just show that there, and there's a sign there that all along here is what's called Walk the Yorke. So it's a huge walking track that I can imagine it would take quite a long time to do the entire walk. But we'll just keep looking around here. Some nice rocks and things down here. I don't want to go out too far. Oh no, it's not actually a cliff here, that's okay. So the road, there's actually a coastal road here that will actually, we're heading towards Corny Point Lighthouse. If you've been watching us for a while, I like my lighthouses. So if we can get to one, we will get to one. Yeah, but it's lovely. Oh yeah, you see you can get down to the beach here. Just down that track there. Looks lovely. What do you think?
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool?
Pretty rugged.
Yeah. Pretty windy.
Yeah. Non-drone weather.
No, that's for sure. Alright, so we'll continue down to Corny Point Lighthouse. I didn't see on Wikicamps there was anything else between here and there to see, but if there is, we'll show you. We'll see you there. Alright, we made it to the Point Lighthouse. It's your little cute one.
At least it's round and white. I think the last one at Lincoln National Park was like a prison guard tower.
Oh, that's right, yes, it did look like, yes. You're right. Let's see, we have information boards about the elements, saving our rocky reefs. Why was this lighthouse built? Here we go. Why does that look crooked on the camera? Oh, there we go. Corny Point's lighthouse keeper, Captain Webbling. (1882) telegram instructing that the light must be prevented from escaping the lighthouse cottage's seaward windows. There you go. It was manned for 37 years. Logs from this period show happiness, tragedy and drama. Oh, sounds like Days of Our Lives. Several children died whilst living in the cottages, and Mr. Matheson, a relieving keeper, drowned in the surf in 1889. Oh dear. In 1913, one of the keepers married a local farmer's daughter. School children visited the site in 1891 to plant 80 trees on the reserve around the cottages. The telegram was sent to one keeper in 1882 to direct him to switch off the oil lamps in the cottages if they constituted a navigation hazard. Gale force winds damaged the chimneys of the houses, and in 1908 the ceiling of the head keeper's residence fell in during a storm. Oh dear. Earth tremors were recorded several occasions in 1901, and the base of the lighthouse was damaged. It was random facts. Recorded that one day a school of salmon was so large that it took the whole day to round this point to enter the Gulf. Things that they noted: goats were kept at the cottages, and they also caused considerable damage to the vegetation. Oh dear. So the most famous of all the keepers of the lighthouse was Captain Webbling. On the 30th of June 1920, the lighthouse was demanned, and the lighthouse keeper, his wife, family and belongings were rowed to the SS Lady Locke for their last voyage from the light. The storeroom and cottages were demolished by Mr. Edgar Filmer. Some of the stone was used to build a house locally. However, the light continued to shine until World War II, when it was extinguished for several weeks from the 11th of December 1942 due to a fear of a Japanese invasion. Well, there you go. There's just some information about it. 15 metres high, flashing 4 times in 20 seconds, and it's white-red light. There you go. Yep, we are. I don't know why I'm so fascinated with lighthouses. Just am. Anyway, here's the view. Can you imagine? Hey Chris, at one point there was a school of salmon that was so large it took, oh, how long was it? It took, excuse me, the whole day to round the point to enter the Gulf.
Okay.
That's a big school of fish. Well, we've got the blue showing up a little bit more now. The sun's trying to poke its nose out again. Alright, so I think I saw on Wikicamps we're not far from Point Turton. We might go for a drive there. We've heard heaps about it on YouTube and stuff, and yeah, so we'll see you around there. So we've made to the little township of Corny Point, and Chris has found a little track that he wants to go down. Pelicans. Oh, goes down to the beach.
Don't mind me going out today.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that would be very good to drive on. Sort of a boat ramp by the looks.
Uh-huh.
I'll have a little look. Alright, we will go back and go through Corny Point then. Okay, so we're back on the road to see what Corny Point is like. There is a caravan park here somewhere. So it looks like the caravan park is just up here. What do we got here? A little general store. No, not a caravan park. I said showers. I don't know where the caravan park is. Oh well, that was Corny Point. Alright, we've made it to Point Turton, and I saw in Wikicamps there is a cave here. It's right here is called Magazine Bay. So I'll just show you the views there. We've got someone snorkeling down there. So you go down these stairs here, and just to the right of the stairs is the cave. I'm not sure how easy it is to actually get to the cave.
Looks like you've got to scale half the cliff up there. I don't think I would want to be going anywhere near the edges around here, since it's all very crumbly.
There is warnings to say that the cliffs are crumbling and unstable, and you can see on the ground, I don't know how easy you can see it on the GoPro, but there is a lot of rocks that have fallen down. So I like to see a cave, but I don't really want to risk my life to go and see it either. Alright, I might go have a look, see what do we think, and go from there. Okay, so I've made it up to the cave. The GoPro decided to not work for me. So here we are inside the cave. They've actually got a little mat in here. It wasn't actually too hard to walk up here. And there's the view. Magazine Bay. come back to the national park again today. It's about 2 days later after when we were first here. Much better day, no clouds, so we thought of be able to get some better footage, and yeah, so we're back at Stenhouse Bay, and we're going to head towards the jetty. There's another trail up there, is there?
That's Stenhouse Bay Lookout Trail.
Okay. So we're at the lookout to the jetty. It's actually larger than I thought it would be. And we've got a undercover area here. Barbecue. Oh, it's a lovely little spot. Colour of the water.
Yeah.
Very green.
I don't know what the history is. Obviously there was something
Some sort
up
of
here on the
building.
bluff. Looks like the remnants of a railway track, or just here along the edge of the cliff down towards the docks.
Interesting.
Unless it was another early grain port. We'll have to find an information board.
Alright, we'll see where we go next. So this is the spot that people Instagram the most. This is what they come for. This particular area right here.
Inniston National Park.
Yep. I must say it is a beautiful scenery.
It's a little bit hazy on the horizon today, but it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Minimal clouds out to the left. We're sitting on about 24 degrees today, so nice day to be wandering around.
Yeah, lovely.
And that's what they call Chinamans Hat, just here off the coast. The little island just here.
Okay. Beautiful.
This section right here, Chinamans Hat and around, is actually a sanctuary zone. There's no fishing allowed at all. Recreational or commercial. It's a straight commercial zone. Sanctuary zone.
So the next stop along the road is the Inniston Historic Town. You can only walk through that, you can't drive through, but apparently the town was built because of gypsum here that they were getting out of the ground to line walls and things with, wasn't it? Oh, and limestone, yeah.
You can actually stay at here.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Oh, heritage accommodation, okay. Engineers Lodge holds 10 people. Managers Lodge, Miners Lodge. Oh, interesting. Okay, you can do a whole Inniston historic walk, which is a 1 hour or 2 kilometre return. Or a 2 hour, 4 kilometre return. Oh no, nope, return one way. Well, so obviously
There's a Yorke Peninsula Plaster Company Limited.
plaster company.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're obviously not going to do the 4 kilometre walk. We just want to check out the buildings. Oh yeah, there we go. That's the start of the 2 kilometre one there. And this must be one of the accommodations you can stay at here. Well, there's a chimney of some sort of building that is no longer here. So you can see the foundations are left, and that's it. Doesn't say, no signs to say actually what it was. Anyway. Oh, okay, over here.
Look, a fixer-upper. Next project. Or is it one of those projects you're going to be a project that you never quite get to?
Yeah, I think so. It's amazing how they survive though. I mean, obviously the roof hasn't, but the rest of it has. It looks like concrete floors.
Probably was concrete floors. They had concrete back in those days.
Did they? I don't know when concrete was invented.
Yes, concrete's been around for a long time.
Okay. I don't know. Do you think they would have used more of it if they had it for a long time?
It's not like they could order up a concrete mixer and
That's
truck and come in and pour it. This ought to have been all done by hand.
Fireplace. Oh, yeah. Just. You wouldn't want to be too tall. Looks like that would have been the kitchen. Interesting.
A lot of these other buildings are the accommodation sites now, so
yeah,
can't go poking around them because they're actually paid
that's true.
accommodation.
So it looks like there's more of the accommodation here. It's yeah, people pay to stay in those places, so I don't want to go looking around too much. I think just the first bit's probably been left original just to show visitors who aren't staying what they're like. So next I think we're going to try and go to the Ethel and Ferret, I think it's called, Shipwrecks. We tried to go there the other day when we went along the road, but we couldn't actually get out of the car because we were being swarmed by bees. So we'll go back there now and see if they're gone, but I'm not getting out if there are as many bees as there was last time. It was a little bit unsafe, and they looked like they weren't happy bees.
Definitely not.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll see you shortly and see if we can or can't get out of the car. So we were just heading back to the car, and I noticed that down that 2-kilometre walk that I said that track is, there's actually a lake here and it's just here, so I thought I'll just go for a quick little wander and have a look, because I noticed that the water looks really, really blue. Hopefully the GoPro is picking up that colour. It's pretty. So I'm assuming maybe the walk goes all the way around the lake or something. But I just wanted to go a little bit down here and not try and huff and puff too much because the microphones are really sensitive and shows how unfit I am. Okay, so just made it to an information board, and we know how we love information boards. So it says that before the discovery of gypsum, this lake would have looked like any other on the Yorke Peninsula. But if you look around the edge of the lake, particularly on the far side, you'll see the depth to which gypsum was mined. So we look around there. Hopefully the mic's taking out the wind noise. Some sort of contraption rusted out there, and another something or other here. So the gypsum is a soft white mineral. When crushed, refined and dried, it sets into a hard permanent cement or plaster. Well, there you go, cement. Rock gypsum, the type deposit found here, is formed by the evaporation of salt water in stranded arms of the sea. Picks and shovels were used to mine the top layers of gypsum up to 1 metre deep, and then later explosives were used to break up the thicker platforms. Shovelled into drays and dragged by horses to the crushing plant. Huh. Well, there we go. Anyway, that was my little side adventure. Go back to the car and we'll go and see if it's safe to go and visit Ethel and Ferret. Shipwrecks, that is. So here we are at the location of the Esme Shipwreck. I mean Ethel, Shipwreck, and Ferret apparently. There have been people out here. I can see a few bees, but doesn't appear to be quite as bad as the other day. So this is the view that we have, and some steps to go down. I'm assuming the shipwrecks are on the beach. It doesn't actually say. Oh, it's very, 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 very windy. Try not to lose my hat. Oh yes, I can see one. I think that's one down there. Okay, I thought these steps went all the way down, but they don't. So they just go to here. Okay. Ethel. Shipwreck. So Ethel entered the Investigator Strait on the evening of the 2nd January 1904. A southwesterly gale, sort of like today, poor visibility, or not so much today, forced it off course. As a consequence, passed too close to Cape Spencer and struck a reef. Damaged rudder, and at the mercy of strong winds and giant swells, the sailing vessel was driven ashore. So it's got, oh, I'll try not to get my shadow in it. No, it's going to get the GoPro. I will try and take photos of it. It's going to have the shadows. So we can't actually get down there. I don't know how people are down on the beach way down there surfing, but that is what is left of Ethel. So there you go. Magnificent views. Oh, look at all the footsteps. There must be another set of stairs somewhere. Maybe I'm missing something. There's heaps of footsteps down there. I don't know. I'll see if there's another set of footsteps, but yeah, there's not much of the shipwreck left. No, I literally can't see from here anyway, stairways, but I mean, we've seen it from a distance. I have no idea how they got down there, but anyway, it is so windy. We shall continue on. There's a fishing village just up the road, so we're going to have a look at that. See you then.
Oh yeah, she's going, and it is towards Marion Bay.
Oh dear.
It's just the other side of Marion Bay. Yeah.
It's been going for a little while now, so keep an eye on that. Certainly this vegetation out here would
I'd really rip through here.
yeah, that's for sure, but definitely making our way out of the one way in, one way out National Park in case it did happen to take off. It's safe and sorry. Yeah, we'll see if we can hear what's happening. Oh, shush.
We're lucky in one regards. The wind is actually heading away from Marion Bay.
Is it?
Looking at the smoke.
Yeah. So a bit of an update. We're back near the jetty at Marion Bay. We had the Stenhouse fire department guys rush past us with lights blaring, but we have a friend that lives in the, well, on the Yorke Peninsula, and she's looked up emergency services for us, and apparently it's a level 3, and if it's a level 3, that's quite large. We think it may have just got into some sort of structure or something, because the colours changed and it looked like a sort of an explosion with some black smoke coming out now. So it's not far from us. We can smell the smoke here. We're just going to keep alert and keep an eye out and just see what happens. So yeah, we'll keep you updated. So I've just zoomed in with the phone just to show the fire that's literally just, I don't even know how far away from us it is, but it's certainly not far.
3 kilometres at the moment.
About 3, yeah, maximum 3 kilometres. So we're just still here at the next to the jetty, just keeping an eye on things. It is a very large fire. Yeah. The water bombers are still out there. And go off and refill and come back again. But the fire is still going. So we've got a bird's eye view of the fire across from the jetty. We're having a bit of a see if we can get some squid.